Welcome to the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim. Join us as we discuss the latest in everything from entertainment and current events to the craziness that is our real life.
Let's laugh, let's live, let's talk about it. New episode every Tuesday on the Defy Life Podcast Network. And remember, if you're not defying life, then what are you doing? Lynn and Kim.
The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Please listen carefully. Please listen carefully. Please listen carefully.
Where has this pursuit taken you?
Oh, my God.
Where have you landed?
Why would you ask that?
I'm asking you that here and now. It's New York City. It's okay. March 7th.
Well, partly it's taken to these very strange images that are behind your head right now. These are pictures of equations. I've been, for the last 15 years, trying to answer the kinds of questions that my colleagues here have been raising. And what I've come to understand is that there are these incredible pictures that contain all the information of a set of equations that are related to string theory. And it's even more bizarre than that, because when you then try to understand these pictures, you find out that buried in them are computer codes, just like the type that you find in a browser when you go surf the web. And so I'm left with the puzzle of trying to figure out whether I live in the Matrix or not.
Wait, you're blowing my mind at this moment. So you're saying, are you saying your attempt to understand the fundamental operations of nature leads you to a set of equations that are indistinguishable from the equations that drive search engines and browsers on our computers?
That is correct. So,
wait, I have to just be silent for a minute here. So you're saying as you dig deeper, you find computer code writ in the fabric of the cosmos?
Into the equations that we want to use to describe the cosmos, yes.
Computer code.
Computer code, strings of bits of ones and zeros.
It's not just sort of resembles computer code. You're saying it is computer code.
It's not even just is computer code. It's a special kind of computer code that was invented by a scientist named Claude Shannon in the 1940s. That's what we find very, very deeply inside the equations that occur in string theory and in general in systems that we can say are supersymmetric.
Okay. Time to go home, I think. Where are we going to go? So are you saying we're all just, there's some entity that programmed the universe and we're just expressions of their code?
Well, I didn't say that. Some of those
like the Matrix? That's what you said.
Some of those codes are showing on the screen behind you right now. They don't look like codes, but these pictures, which we call adinkras, are graphical representations of sets of equations that are based on codes. So this is, in fact, to answer your question more directly, I have in my life come to a very strange place because I never expected that the movie The Matrix might be an accurate representation of the place in which I live.
Hello, Hotel. This is Brother Khemmett with another episode of Black Gumbo. You guys can reach us at blaque@gmail.com. That's blackgumbo@gmail.com. You guys just heard Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, which is the world's leading #1 astrophysics, and he's in a conversation with Dr. Sylvester Gates, who is a theoretical physicist, and they're discussing what Dr. Gates' research have found that we may actually be living in a matrix. The matrix is described as a program that someone or something has created and downloaded into your core consciousness. For those of you who are awoke or waking, you will be able to see and break the chains of the matrix. That you will find out that life is like a book. Every day you create a page, every month you create a chapter, and every year you create a new series. We are co-creators on this planet, and we can create whatever reality that we wish. Here are some tips on if you are living in a matrix trap or not. Look here, guys. This is not to offend anyone or to belittle anyone. This is only to provide a provoke of thought. If you go to work on someone else's job for 8 to 10 hours, but you don't spend any hours working on yourself or for yourself or investing in yourself for the future, then you may be in a matrix trap. Do you allow someone else to control and manage your retirement account, your 401k, or any money? Then you may be in a matrix trap. If you belong to a religious organization or a group that you yourself have never did any critical or objective research yourself to find out if this is the right fit for you, and you're just following it just because you grew up in it or introduced to you by someone, then you may be in a matrix trap. If you think the American news media tells you the truth or really keeps you updated with what's going on in the world, then you could possibly be in the matrix trap. If you believe that the justice system is blind, then you could be in the matrix trap. If you think chemicals are the only way to treat illnesses, then you could possibly be in a matrix trap. If you're paying on a 30-year mortgage note and not aware that you can actually pay it off in 7 to 12 years, then you may be in a matrix trap. If you believe the World Trade Center was hit by real terrorists and that the American military killed and gave Osama bin Laden a Muslim burial at sea, then you could possibly be in a matrix trap. If you think you need a whole lot of money to make investments, then you could be in a matrix trap. If you work hard every day and at the end of the week you don't pay yourself first, then you could possibly be in a matrix trap. If you think God is something outside of yourself, then that could be signs that you are in a matrix trap. If you celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, St. Valentine's Day, and Easter without any knowledge of where or what they mean, but you don't celebrate Kwanzaa or Juneteenth, then you may be in a matrix trap. If you think we will not pick up the baton and continue this marathon all the way to the victory lap that our late great warrior Prince started by the name of Ermias Asgnedom, better known as Nipney Hussle, then you could possibly be in a matrix trap. Nipney Hussle, born and raised in Los Angeles, California, in the midst of the LA gang culture, which he was able to break out of that matrix gang war consciousness and started writing his own script. Because we can control our destiny. We have the power and the ability to reprogram our minds. And this is what this brother did. For this young Prince, music and entertainment, music and entrepreneurship was his passion. And his upliftment of his community became his battle cry. Armed with knowledge of self and self-worth, he set out to show the homies, the young homies, that there's a better way. He didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk by buying up blocks in his own community and investing time and putting back money into the neighborhoods from which he came from. He showed the young homies that arming yourself with knowledge and investing in cryptocurrency, real estate, stocks, and a whole lot of other types of entrepreneurial skill sets will take you a whole lot further than being armed with a gun. We want to take a moment of silence and we want to say to Brother Nipsey, we love you. We are honored that you made yourself present amongst us. You will never be forgotten. There's going to be a whole lot of Nipsey Hussles coming up after you. And if you didn't know Nipsey Hussle and what this guy has done, then you may be in a matrix trap.
Long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you do, homie, give your heart to it and stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong.
With me and you know it. Yeah. Look, lot of niggas fail, but I won't. Lot of niggas fold, but I cope. Lot of niggas gone, but I'm home. Lot of niggas off, but I'm on. Lot of niggas lost on this road. Couple niggas gave up they goal. Gang of niggas traded they soul. But me, I'm standing on 10 toes. Looking out my Benz window. Wonder where my friends all go. Scared to give my heart to this girl. Paranoid she gon' leave it.
Hey, Siri.
Hey, how may I help you?
Play the Relationship Status Podcast.
Playing the Relationship Status Podcast.
You know, I would ask him, like, what are you doing? You know, where are you going with this? What are you trying? And he really didn't have, like, a real answer.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like we were going to be compatible later on down the line.
I think that goes back to something I've often heard and think myself, that men date women thinking they're never going to change, and women date men
thinking that they are,
thinking that they can change them.
Relationship Status. New episode every Monday at 12 noon on Defy Life Network.